Feeling good and feeling comfortable in the mountains is key to enjoy a real good adventure. Having the right layers is really essential for not having to worry about being too hot or too cold, so that you can actually focus completely on what's happening to you out there and live it to the fullest. So you want to be warm, but not too warm, because if you start to sweat, as soon as you're going to stop and let your temperature cool down, you're going to get cold and you're going to feel the wet stick to your skin for the rest of the day. So on a normal cruising day, I'll go with merino base layers. They breathe really well, it will not stink because I have very smelly armpits, and it will stay dry all the time. Mid layer, super important. So this is going to be the layer which you're going to be changing according to the season. I like something which is breathable, fairly light, and which will keep me warm in winter and not so much when I'm touring or when it's really hot. So, and then the most outer layer, which is the 3-layer shell jacket and pants. It's not what's going to keep you warm, but it's going to protect you from the wind, and it's going to be breathing when you're sweating a little bit. I always go out in the mountain with either a down vest or a down jacket. Today I have it under my shell because it's a bit chilly and there's a little bit of wind, so that I can get protected but still warm. And if I get too warm, I'll take this guy out and I'll still be protected from the wind, and I can carry on. This is when you're going to be doing Chamonix style, so like down jacket over your shell, which is going to allow you to go in and out from your down without losing the protection from the wind. So that's a winner. The neck warmer is something that I use all the time. It's something that keeps the wind from going into your neck, that keeps you really warm, and it basically acts like an extra layer. And for the snowboarders, I think it's really good to use long gloves, because you might be like me, spending all your time swimming into the snow. And that means that the snow is deep, so that's good. So when touring or when it's going to get hot, a thin mid layer is going to be really good, and then you can add up layers if needed. So something that I like to add, oh sorry, not this one. If it gets a bit colder, a bit of down on the chest, but still have the arms free so that they can breathe and still be protecting from the wind. It's important when you start touring to be a bit cold rather than waiting to sweat to get the extra layers off. On a 3-day with big pow, there will be a lot of humidity in the air. You'll get mega sweaty, and then on the lift you're gonna get cold. So it's a lot of up and down with the temperature, so that makes it the trickiest scenario. So be ready to sweat, and maybe take an extra beanie, goggles and neck warmer into your backpack. That will feel like gold after a few runs. And avoid down, because it will be stuck and it will suck all the moisture. So personally, when I'm riding the woods, I like to use synthetic down, because that will be sucking a bit less the moisture. At the end of the day, we're all different, so it's really important that you go out there and try and find out what suits you the best, so that you can have a mega blast and stay out there all day and maybe all night if needed.